Hi, today's day 7. Pretty pumped about that. Honestly, today I woke up a little bit kind of down and maybe even mopey, feeling like exhausted. And I was like, man, why am I feeling this way? Which I think is a good sign first. If I can see and acknowledge the way that I'm feeling, even if it's not in alignment with kind of what I hope, um, I'm still thinking about it and trying to do something about it, which I feel like is I'm proud of that. Um, and so I woke up not feeling great and I was like, man, why am I feeling this way? And ultimately, I feel like if I was to put words to it, it would be because I feel like we're in the thick of a grind, right? Like we're just grinding, grinding, grinding. We're trying to finish the bus. As you can see, I'm on the bus today. A tour will be coming soon. And yeah, I feel like sometimes you're just like in a grind season where you're just doing work that drains you but is purposeful, useful, and needed. And so I was trying to put words to what I needed in order to feel better. And um, the best way to describe it is I feel like I haven't done my soul purpose work in a while. So obviously, I think this is in the category of serving people, but I find that doing these interviews with people for the Seek and Joy podcast is really, really purposeful work to me. And that is something that I could do forever and ever and ever. And hearing people's stories, hearing their lessons on what they've learned from life, whether they're 18 years old or 80 years old, it doesn't really matter. And so I just feel like it's been really challenging to try to get people to be on the podcast when I don't have a community. And so I was like, Ben, I really, really think I need to do some kind of soul work in order to kind of refill that cup to keep grinding on the bus and like other stuff we're doing there. And he was like, I get it. And so to be able to communicate that effectively because I was able to put words on the way I was feeling, I think was really, really great. It doesn't mean that it's perfect and it doesn't mean that I have a solution, but I feel like already it makes me feel better to know that I can do something about it. And we're really contemplating the use of Zoom for these interviews, which I had aversion to at first because I felt like it's really so much harder to make connections than in physical presence of each other. But sometimes you got to adapt and you got to flow. And I often have resistance to that because I'm such a like an organized, linear thinking person. But I want to make the most out of this year. I want to look back and feel like I did everything that I possibly could. And I think at least making an attempt to do something like Zoom is something that I want to kind of dabble in. And so yeah. So I feel a little bit uplifted now. I'm getting ready to do my outside workout, which is going to be a bike. And you can see that it's sunny in the skylight up here. And so it's a little bit toasty here in Michigan, but I like getting outside in the morning. And again, I feel like it's grounding and I can listen to stuff that's inspiring. I was listening to an amazing podcast that I shared yesterday with Matt Choi and Danny Miranda, and they were talking about so many amazing things. It left me so fired up. And the thing that I would say about that that I think is useful is if you do not have people in your immediate vicinity that like empower you or like leave you feeling hyped about whatever it is, then find your people online. I mean, we are in the time of amazing connectivity via technology. And I just feel so grateful that I can choose who I want to have on my board of influences, is kind of what I'm looking at here or how I'm coining it. Um, who do I want influencing me in the way that I think, in the way that I show up in the world? And these are some of the people, right? And I'm not trying to like put them on a pedestal. It's more like if I am the sum of the 5 people I'm around. How can I consciously choose those people, right? And consume um, what they have to put out in the world because I resonate with their message. And I just feel like I want to do things that just pump me up and leave me ready to kind of go out in the world, make a difference. And maybe that sounds a little bit naive, but like, I don't really think it hurts to have really high intentions. Um, and then you adapt and change as you go. Yeah. And I do want to riff really quickly on gratitudes. And so I'll just go through 3 things I'm grateful for. 1, I'm grateful for these new trim pieces here. These have been in the Wiedema family for a really long time. They were part of the 3-season porch, and then they were converted and used in fencing, and now they're going to be our trim pieces here. And the cool thing about these is they have LED lights behind them, so we have some ambient lighting shooting up and down, and it's colorful and white, and so we can like change it depending on our mood, and there are thousands of different programs, so I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for this new way to do gratitude. Obviously, it's gratitude, but like, I saw someone wearing a mala bead necklace. Maybe it's on social media, and so I think there's like 108 beads on a normal necklace, and they did a gratitude for each one of those beads every single day. And I was like, yes, that is so good. So I want to do that because I have one hanging in my closet. So I think I'm going to incorporate that as part of my practice. I just feel like it's super, super uplifting. And so I'm grateful that I saw that because I think it's an amazing idea. And the last thing I'm grateful for many things, but the last thing I'm grateful for is just, I don't know, having the space. I feel very fortunate because I have the space right now to be able to prioritize personal development, to explore what this means for me, and also to explore ways in which I can be of service to people, and do soul or purpose aligned work. And I think everyone has the capacity to do it, but I just feel super privileged that I can focus on it for a while in my life journey. And so, yeah, I have gratitude for that. Um, I think something that I've learned today is that bad moods or down feeling emotions are just pointing me to something that I need to work on, do, or uplift. Yeah. And so I would say, what is that road sign pointing me towards? Where is the work I need to do? What cups do I need to fill? And how can I do one thing today that helps to move the bar in that direction? And yeah, that makes me feel really good. So I hope that you guys have a great day. I hope that light shines all over you in a positive way, and that you experience a little bit of joy in your life today. Maybe it's connecting with a family member, maybe it's calling a friend, maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's just sitting out in the driveway in a chair with the sun beaming on your face. Either way, all of the ways. I love that for you. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you so much for sharing the space with me. If you've made it this far, sending you all the love in the world. Bye.